California Governor Gavin Newsom gets it. He's absolutely burying Donald Trump for his behavior, for shutting down the federal government, for that despicable speech that Donald Trump gave before our military generals and admirals. Governor Newsom posted the following AI image of a very obese Donald Trump busting out of his t-shirt, eating multiple McDonald's sandwiches. And Governor Newsom writes, "It's completely unacceptable to see a fat commander-in-chief in the halls of the White House." Of course, responding to Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of Defense, who bizarrely refers to himself as the Secretary of War, saying we're getting rid of all the fat generals. No fat generals here. I'm going to put you through PT. So Governor Newsom says, well, here's what Donald Trump looks like. By the way, here are the drones bringing in more Big Macs. Then you have Governor Newsom posting, again, another actual picture of Donald Trump. You can see Donald Trump, again, just busting out of that shirt. He can't fit in. You see his really fat gut right there, the man boobs, all of that you see. And Governor Newsom goes, I guess the commander-in-chief needs to go then, Hegseth. And it's response to Hegseth saying, I don't like looking over at our military and seeing fat people. That's what Hegseth called in hundreds of generals and admirals to do. Then Gavin Newsom posted the following cartoon from The Simpsons showing Hegseth as this cartoon here peeing in his pants. And Governor Newsom goes, Pete at his big meeting this morning, I'm the war secretary, blah, blah, blah. I think that's the right voice right there for that character. Then Governor Newsom posts Stephen Miller walking Donald Trump like a little dog, or I should say an obese dog, apparently. Governor Newsom writes, time for your daily walk, Donald. No stairs. Governor Newsom then posts the following. Dozy Don is a very weak man, can't handle stairs, who has no control of his own party. He is shutting down the government to take health care away from beautiful babies, moms, and grandmas. But don't worry, Donald will taco. Trump always chickens out. He'll cave. He always does. Many say he's too weak to finish anything. The midterms are coming, Donnie, the day your presidency de facto ends. Enjoy your bronzer, your Diet Coke, and your empty high school gym rallies before they ship you off to memory care with the grandma you stole health care from. She'll still remember. You won't. GC, and that's how it's done. I mean, you have Stephen Miller going on state regime media Fox and literally crying. He's like, I asked the question, why is Gavin calling me a fascist? Why is he calling me a fascist? Watch Stephen Miller, this vile wannabe thug, weak, pathetic human. Watch what he does right here. Here, play this clip.
Yes, I mean, so, I asked the question, it was a rhetorical question, of course, why did Gavin Newsom say Stephen Miller is a fascist? It is a message that his team is sending to all the crazies and lunatics out there. And we're not going to absolve the Democrats of responsibility anymore.
I love that Gavin Newsom just continues to call Stephen Miller a fascist because Stephen Miller is one. Caroline Levitt goes, while Trump is signing a historic executive order to end childhood cancer, the Democrats are voting to shut down the government. We all know this is the Donald Trump, Jeffrey Epstein shutdown right here, but Governor Newsom goes, really, Caroline? Trump cut cancer research funding for children. Stop Caroline. And again, we all remember when Donald Trump literally cut pediatric brain cancer research, taking away the hope from families. And before pediatric brain cancer research, pediatric cancer research in general got massive cuts by DOJ and the Trump regime. But meanwhile, federal spending has increased dramatically. Oh, Donald, we haven't brought in $17 trillion. There was a $2 trillion deficit for the last fiscal year, more than the prior fiscal year when you were not making the Oval Office the despicable place that you've turned him to right now. And last month, the deficit was about $345 billion. Governor Newsom then posts the following chart from Heather Long. She's an economist. Heather Long wrote the following yesterday. She wrote, yikes, the official U.S. hiring rate fell to 3.2% in August. That's an anemic level that hasn't been seen since the Great Recession era when unemployment was over 7%. The job market is frozen. Americans feel stuck, and it appears to be getting worse. Governor Newsom writes, Trump's job market is on life support, and now he's about to shut down the government. We are about to enter a MAGA meltdown. Then Governor Newsom posts this AI image alluding to J.D. Vance's potential romantic relationships with couches. Poor J.D., Governor Newsom writes, his sweet beloved couch now costs more with tariffs. This is the AI video that Gavin Newsom posted of J.D. Vance, who sometimes Gavin Newsom refers to as Just Dance Vance and Couch Boy. Let's watch Couch Boy. This is an actual video that Governor Newsom posted. Let's play it.
Hello and welcome to my show, A History of Couches. I'm your host, J.D. Vance, and we've got a special episode for you today. Some artifacts shape nations, others shape desires, few shape both. The Chesterfield couch is one of them. Commissioned by Lord Philip Stanhope, the 4th Earl of Chesterfield, this sofa was designed for posture, elegance, and control. Deep button tufting, rolled arms, a back and sides of equal height. A design that did not merely support the body, but contained it. Once reserved for aristocrats, the Chesterfield spread into libraries, parlors, and now living rooms worldwide. But its allure has never diminished. There are rumors that I once had an encounter with a Chesterfield. People exaggerate, twist the truth. But when you sit on one, you understand where such stories come from. The Chesterfield isn't just furniture, it's an experience, and some of us know that a little too well.
Sent by the author of Project 2025, who's Donald Trump's director of Office of Management and Budget. Governor Newsom goes, Trump and his lapdogs are shutting down the government to rip health care away from 20 million Americans. Welcome to the golden age. Then Gavin Newsom posts the following image. This is from a Trump administration official who is asking Elon Musk's AI called Grok about why it is that Grok said, no, Stephen Miller's not telling the truth. Democrats are demanding an extension of Affordable Care Act subsidies. They are not seeking to give illegal immigrants trillions of dollars in health care or any money at all. So the Trump official goes, yo, Grok, you're wrong. And Stephen Miller is right again. This is what the Democrats' $1.5 trillion partisan bill wants to repeal. Then Governor Newsom responds, a quick check on the Trump administration, just hours from shutting down the government. Oh, they're fighting with the latest Pentagon-approved AI tool, Elon Musk's Grok. Governor Newsom then uses Grok and says, sad to see Grok is smarter than the White House. Governor Newsom writes, which party currently has control of the U.S. House of Government? To which Grok responds, well, Republicans control the House, the Senate, and the White House right now. Governor Newsom posts this video that our very own ASIN here at the Midas Touch Network clipped. It's a MAGA Mike Johnson, the feckless Republican Speaker of the House, who goes, we're going to win the midterms. Imagine if Democrats took over the House, they'd impeach him. To which Governor Newsom says, translation, we're desperately trying to rig the midterms. Our policy is so unpopular, it's our only option left. And then Governor Newsom, from his official account, goes, JD, Just Dance Vance, you've been booted by Pete. And he posts the video where Pete Hegseth, in front of all of our military generals and admirals, says, no more beards, no more long hair, no more superficial individual expression. We don't have a military full of Nordic pagans. Bye-bye, Just Dance Vance, is what Governor Newsom says. And then Governor Newsom responds to Donald Trump saying, you know our inner cities, which we'll be talking about, because it's a big part of war. A big part of our war is a war against our inner cities. To which Governor Newsom goes, this speech should terrify anyone who cares about our country. Declaring war on our nation's cities and using our troops as political pawns is what dictators do. This man cares about nothing but his own ego and power. Governor Newsom then writes, Republicans have control of the House, the Senate, and the White House. If the government shuts down, it's on them. Governor Newsom, by the way, do you see that Governor Newsom is flooding the zone? This was just yesterday, okay? You flood the zone with the truth. You stay funny, humorous. You call out the absurdity of Trump. You call out how dangerous he is, and you flood the zone with the truth. Exactly what you have to do. This is what Governor Newsom's doing. The GOP shutdown of the federal government will skyrocket costs, screw up essential services, abandon disaster victims, make everyday life even worse for Americans, This is America after 9 months of Donald Trump. Ben responds to Donald Trump saying, San Francisco, Chicago, New York, Los Angeles, that's a war too. It is a war from within. I told Pete we should use some of these cities as training grounds for our military. National Guard, but military. We're going into Chicago very soon. To which Governor Newsom says, we have a lawless president in the White House, and California refuses to back down. Governor Newsom also posting about his policies in stark contrast to the Trump regime. Governor Newsom projecting California as a pro-labor, pro-pluralistic, pro-women, pro-any marginalized community, pro-decency, pro-empathy, pro-economy, fourth largest GDP in the entire world if California was a country. That's what Newsom's doing. Pro-labor, and here's holding this up. I just signed legislation allowing private sector workers to petition the State Public Employee Relations Board if the National Labor Relations Board fails to uphold their rights. We'll keep fighting for workers that keep our state running and our economy booming. Then Donald Trump held that weird press conference yesterday with the head of Pfizer. Pfizer agrees to lower some drug prices while the White House plans Trump RX website, the administration says. Whenever they write, the administration says, you know they're lying. But Governor Newsom says, great to see the Trump administration totally copy California and the Golden State's CalRx, which has made low-cost naloxone available to help combat the opioid epidemic and is working to bring low-cost insulin to the market. So Governor Newsom there powerfully pushing back, mocking, humiliating, bullying Donald Trump, speaking with moral authority, with moral clarity, with humor, and fighting for we the people. That's all we the people wanted to see. We want to see our leaders meet the moment and fight, and Governor Newsom, in my opinion, is meeting the moment. Well, let me know what you think. Hit subscribe.